With more than 2 billion cups consumed globally each day, coffee is big business, and the thirst for specialty brews is at an all-time high in Dubai. But what makes a really great tasting cup of coffee? I've come to the Raw Coffee Company in Dubai's Al Quoz district to find out. This specialty roastery has its own cafe, barista training centre and retail warehouse. Owner and CEO Matt Toogood took me on a caffeine-fueled tour. Can you tell me where all these beans have come from?
All over the world. A lot in Asia, a lot through Africa, and then through typically Northern Africa and Eastern Africa. And then Central and South America is huge. This is the bean belt between the two tropics, and then we look for elevation. So we want farms that are above 1,000 metres above sea level as a starting point, and that's where it's going to give you the best quality.
What do you look for when you're choosing beans?
If we're at origin and we're actually visiting there, the very first thing we look at is the children, and whether or not they're healthy, whether or not they're happy, and that is always an indicator that the coffee is going to taste fantastic.
Can you tell me about the different kinds of beans that you use?
Well, there's two major kinds. The ones that you get in the specialty coffee world are always going to be an Arabica bean. The ones that you find in a packet are typically going to be a Robusta.
And how does the roasting process change the flavour of the beans?
Every single coffee bean is a whole bunch of flavoroids captured inside it. So what the roaster does is expose those flavoroids. So if you've got really, really high quality to start off with, then the roaster then enhances those flavors. Think about a Michelin star chef taking a perfect ingredient and just making it more presented. So in the roasting, we can use different temperatures at different times to enhance or highlight certain flavors or nullify flavors that we don't want.
Now this is the cupping process. Can you tell us what kind of flavors we're going to find in coffee?
Often we find chocolate, but then let's go extremely towards the fruit. So lots of strawberries and raspberries and other summer fruits. And then we might go to apricots and peaches and nectarines. Then we could go to spices. So you can find every flavor that you can find in your kitchen could potentially be in coffee.
So show us how we get these flavors.
Well, this is the way I do it.
Okay.
It's a little bit messy, but a bit of fun too. So I just take a little bit of coffee and then I'm going to slurp it. And spit.
Oh, expertly done. Can I try that?
Absolutely. Good first attempt.
Roasteries like the Raw Coffee Company supply Dubai's artisan coffee bars. Mocha 1450 is a leader in the third wave movement, driving high-quality coffee production. CEO Garfield Carr invited me to sample a cup.
The two most famous coffees we have is the Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee. It's been traded for several hundred years now and is quite famous, especially in Japan, where 80% of the production is bought years in advance. And next, I would say the Ethiopian geisha, which is the mother plant of the famous Panama geisha, which is generally sold at auction.
What's the best way to brew these super expensive coffees?
It's a point of personal preference. A lot of people would prefer a Chemex because it's a clean, really balanced cup to really be able to evaluate the coffee. For me, I would say the siphon because it's very theatrical and produces a very balanced cup as well. So now we'll try the Chemex with the Ethiopian geisha. You can evaluate the aroma first.
Oh, it smells very fruity.
Exactly. It's almost like a perfume. And that's the difference between specialty coffee and C-grade coffee, is that you can actually pick up the flavors through the aroma and it will smell like actual fruits. Sometimes it'll smell like chocolate. Depends on what the dominant flavor profile is.
That's unlike any coffee I've ever tasted before.
Coffee cultivation began in Arabia in the 15th century, and drinking coffee remains an integral part of Emirati culture, blending Dubai's past with a multi-billion-euro business of the future.